proudest thing for me as a veteran is that I took an oath on my first day to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and I have done my best to do that in all walks of my life.
The power of the oath is that you speak from your heart. You verbally swear that you're going to follow the rules, the constitutions, and protect your country at all costs. And basically, your word is your bond.
To me, a hero is someone who stands for something that they'd be willing to fight for, someone who changes people's lives. These veterans were once 17. They were once people like me, who had hopes and dreams. But then when they went overseas, something happened to them.
1 minute, you're on the battlefield, and all you care about is repressing the enemy. And the next minute, you have your 7-year-old child saying, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," every 5 minutes. The brain is still set up to fight.
You feel out of place. And then you get thrown in a battle situation where everybody's trying to kill you. It just throws off your whole psyche. We're different because we've been through something different.
I'm still a soldier. I'll be a soldier all of my life, the rest of it. And my responsibility to soldiers doesn't end. It will be my responsibility for the rest of my life.
When a veteran can no longer wants to live because of what he's experienced in the service of his country, it's a tragic event. It happens today, it happened yesterday, and if we do not grab the bull by the horns, it'll happen tomorrow.
What war seems to show us is that there's a common humanity that transcends race, it transcends religion, it transcends age, it transcends gender, it really transcends all artificial boundaries and borders.
The problems that I would be inclined to see when veterans first return back to the United States with a head injury are changes with their relationships, with their families, their children, and it changes the person themselves, their personality, their role in everything that they are familiar with.
They come back and they're dented and they're dinged up. A lot of the veterans that need help, they're in denial. They don't want to think that they need help, because if they think they need help, then they're weak.
I see a lot of that kind of shame that comes along with the TBI issue, and it's difficult because it's kind of embarrassing and they kind of feel disconnected, as if something happened to me but I'm not able to find that place back.
The first thing is you come back and you don't have people that can relate with you. And then you start feeling, what is wrong with me? And you know there's something wrong because every little thing upsets you.
I go to the hospital over here in Detroit and they got head problems. I don't like it, but they come home that way. They were serving the country. They need help. We should give help.
We need to do all we can to make these young men and women understand that what they did in the service does not mean they have to come home and lose their life here to something as foolish as taking their own life.
I bond with every person who wears the military uniform. And I know the honor and the duty, the sense of responsibility that they have for this country, and I share that with them.
One of the things that I think we do very well at CNS, the Center for Neurological Studies, is to identify brain injury when it exists and to differentiate it from the non-organic or the psychological causes of these symptoms.
You would think that in the modern marvels of medicine these days that you should be able to just give them a test and be able to identify what the deficits are. You can't do that with TBI.
So when I hear the veteran tell me about how he responds to his 7-year-old who makes continual demands by saying, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," my feeling is I need to change that dynamic. I need to help him come to a place where he doesn't see this as a demand, where he doesn't, in a sense, see his 7-year-old as the enemy.
When Dr. Benson looks at an MRI, he's looking for several objectives in the MRI. He's looking for pathology, so he's looking for tumors, lesions. He's also looking for hemorrhaging. And then also he's looking at if there's any axonal injury. And those axonal injuries are the neurons that talk together. And that's why we use an EEG also, because the EEG records the neurons talking to each other. And if we can correlate those two, then we can accurately diagnose and tell the therapist, say, this is the area that you need to work on for this individual or for this veteran.
Regardless of the patient, whether it's a former NFL player or it's the men and women returning from theater, we're considering the whole person. We're trying to understand what's gone wrong with the whole person. We're deploying all of the diagnostic technology, my training and expertise and experience to make an accurate diagnosis.
At CNS, we have an initiative program going right now to work with our veterans. We are in a unique position because we're taking what other programs are doing and putting it together to make a comprehensive program to help our veterans get back to being healthy and, more importantly, helping them feel productive in society. I'm a board member of CNS because what they're doing to help soldiers, help veterans, that's an important thing. And for me, it looks to be the most important thing that I've done in my life in terms of a career to do this.
All the veterans have one thing in common. They served this nation, fought for the freedom of our fellow Americans, and we've all come home. Some with different baggage that was given to us in the course of our battles and our service for this great nation. It is the duty of every American to help take care of those veterans. We're quick to send them off and slow to bring them home, and even slower to take care of them.
I really speak on behalf of the larger religious community of faith and of people who care deeply across all religious lines about our veterans and appreciate their dedication. They would have also expressed similar concerns, similar interests, and also a sense that we are one common humanity and that we care for one another profoundly.
It's an obligation that we have. To not do it would be a crime.
When I see veterans that are broken, I feel sorry for and have mercy for. We should take care of those soldiers all the time.
My message to the people who can make a difference in the lives of our returning veterans is do it. They deserve it. They deserve your help because they put their life on the line for you.
I am a woman veteran, but I advocate for all veterans, and I think it's important. We all served, we all bleed the same, we all took the same oath, so I think it's important that we support the veteran population as a whole. Once military, always military.
No war is better than any other war. The only difference is where it was at. So we've got to reach out to every veteran and make sure they're welcome home and let everybody know where they can go out and find help so no veterans fall through the cracks.
It's heart-wrenching. We need to be helping these people. We need to be supporting them in ways that should be exceeding our expectations. I may not have served overseas, but I can serve this way as an American.
At CNS, we feel the urgency. Based on latest reports from the military, over 400,000 veterans have been exposed to IEDs and bomb blasts.
As the recent past state commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, you, the citizen, need to be ever vigilant. It is your responsibility to demand that folks that took care of you, and that would be the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guardsmen that served this great nation. They are now your responsibility as citizens of the United States of America.
We're reaching out to the public to ask for support to help our veterans become productive citizens and become healthy like they were before they entered combat.